Good morning, everybody. It's me, Courtney, from the Rule Breakers Club, here this morning to talk to you about the Rainbow of Sales, or as I often call it, the Rainbow Bridge. I'm gonna go ahead and shut my window because it's a little bit loud out there. Wow, I haven't spoken yet this morning, so my voice is a little crackly-tastic. All right, I'm just letting you guys see this gorgeous rainbow that was made for me. Isn't that so nice? Yeah, it's beautiful. So I want you guys to take a mental shot of what this looks like so that I can flip the camera around. So hearts if you've got a mental picture of what this looks like, or you know what the Rainbow Bridge looks like. You could draw it right now if you had to. So the idea really is that there's, it's very important that there's a cloud, okay? One cloud really, just one big cloud. And then what I normally put here is gold, or a pot of gold. So this could be a bag of gold. And then a rainbow in between. So the sun's not really important, but cloud, gold, rainbow. Those are the things that you want to know about. Okay, I'll around. Hello. I'm actually going to go over and I'm going to grab my rainbow that I drew so that I can pull it up and show you as I'm talking, since the other one's on the computer. 1 second. And because it's relevant to sort of this whole rainbow theme, I would love to know if you could tell me in the chat, what is the weather like where you are? And you can tell me where you are. I'm in Montreal, Canada, and I spend most of my time, most of my time here. Depends. Hot like Africa. Well, sometimes Africa is not hot. What is the weather like where you are? Would love to know. Sunny and hot, clear, starry sky. It's rainy where I am. Oh, Belleville? Okay, so it's pretty much the same. It's really rainy where I am. Dawn is breaking. Oh, that sounds so nice. Humid and beautiful. Sunny in Michigan. Oh, I'm jealous. I miss Michigan. I'm from Michigan, for anyone. Great in Rhode Island. Beautiful 74. Hot and humid in, is that Minnesota? Salem, Massachusetts, blue skies. Okay, so we're having quite a rainy day, which I love rainy days. Perfect. I don't eat meat, so Schwartz's Deli is not something that I have. I hear it's very good though. I pass it all the time. I'm from Ann Arbor. Born and raised in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Where are you? Yeah, sorry, I know I'm the worst at stuff like that, but I hear it's really good. Timbits, yeah, I don't think I've ever had Timbits either, but yeah, I know I'm a terrible, like, semi-Canadian. Okay, I went to Grand Valley, so I lived in Grand Rapids as well. So I totally know where you are. Okay, so that's exciting. How exciting is this? Yes, Montreal is a very cool city. So we're gonna keep this scope. We're already 4 minutes in. I'm gonna try to keep it still to just 10 more minutes. We're gonna try to do under 15 minutes total, because this is a video. Hi to anyone watching on a replay or YouTube. We're gonna upload to YouTube, so we want to keep it quite short for people. And then what will happen is I'll hop back on and we'll answer any follow-up questions that you have. So we'll go through this really quick, and I'm going to teach you what's in this Rainbow Bridge. So here's what the Rainbow Bridge is it's basically everything you do, anything you're selling or creating in your business is part of a Rainbow Bridge. So this is my drawing. I showed you the beautiful one that was made for me on the computer. So what it has is a cloud. So what this cloud represents is where your target market is right now. This is where your person is right now, and the frustrations that he or she is facing right now. Okay, so they're standing right here, they're like, meh, my life's hard. They're not whiny, but you know, this is what it is. Yeah, no, because I don't upload things to YouTube. I'm not really big on that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so then over here we have a pot of gold. So the gold, well, okay, so the gold is what your ideal client wants. This is their core desires. I can't really, there's only a certain amount of space in here. So just, you need to have this image for you. And then as I talk, I'm just going to talk about these 3 pieces. So I promise it's not overcomplicated. There's a cloud, a pot of gold, and a rainbow. Okay, yes, thank you. This is my 5-year-old drawing. Me 5-year-old that I drew like a month ago. Okay, so this is what your ideal client wants. So what is the rainbow? What is the rainbow? A lot of you already know, so I want to hear you put it in the I want to see you put it in the chat. What is the rainbow? Yeah, where your client is right now, where they want to be. This little rainbow is connecting them from one to the other. It goes this way. So what is the rainbow? Yeah, they kind of have to jump off here. Well, this is the burning desire. This is your product or service. This is your business. This is whatever it is you're creating to help take them from, I'm frustrated, to, oh, okay, now I'm getting this far. Okay, now I'm over here. Oh, okay, I'm getting closer. Okay, I'm over here. Yay, I have everything that I want. So you're going to have a rainbow for all the different things in your business. Each product that you have has its own rainbow bridge. So there's specific frustrations people have for this specific product. There's specific desires, results, solutions that people desire for this. So you are a rainbow for this specific thing. And then you have a specific offer that you're going to paint a picture of for them when you sell it to them so that they can really picture what it looks like. That's why the drawing is important. And that's going to take them from one to the other. It's as simple as that. So let's go fast. What I want you to do right now is I want you to decide what is one thing in your business, or maybe your business itself, or one product or service that you're having a really hard time selling or describing to people. And I want you to let me know in the chat. You can let me know what it is specifically, or you can just tell me my business, a product, or a service. So let me know a business, a product, or a service that you're having a hard time, or you'd like to just get better at describing or selling to people. And my definition of selling is just presenting your offer to the people who need it. It's just presenting. So a mastermind program, that's great. So it probably is very servicey oriented with maybe some productized elements. Business productivity, one-on-one consulting. So we've got a service. You could also do this for your business in general. So this would be important for, let's say, an about page. You would want to make sure that you're describing how your business is positioned for the people and their frustrations and their desires that you're helping to solve. Okay, so the second thing I want you to do, now that you've thought of a piece of your business that you want to use the rainbow bridge for, is I want you to think of one person that you already know, a real person who is the perfect person for this product or service. Someone you already know, whether it's a past client, whether it's someone you've seen that you know as a friend who you're like, oh, if only this person, I would love to help this person. They're the perfect kind of person for your product or service. So does everyone, hearts if you can think of one person. This is where people get tripped up a lot, but you don't have to overanalyze it. Just think of one person. And if there's multiple people, just stick with one right now. You can do another one later, but just think of one person. Okay, sounds great. Okay, let me know if you have any questions about that right now. So you've got your product or service, you've got your one person. Now let's go to the cloud. So I want you to think about this one person, and I want to think about the overall sort of theme of your product or service or your business, and think about this one person and put yourself. We're going to empathize. We're going to work our empathy muscles. And I want you to put yourself in that person's shoes. I want you to pretend that you're them. Thank you for sharing on Twitter. If you do think that this would be helpful to people in your audience, you can swipe or tap the little dude and you can share it, and then make sure you're following me as well so that you'll see when I go live the next time. Only share it if you think it would be useful though. I don't like blatantly just want everyone to share because you might annoy people, and I don't want to be the receiving end of a bunch of annoyed people. Okay, so that's the cloud. So I want you to think of what is the thing that this person is the most frustrated about right now. And I want you to do a free write, and this could take 15-20 minutes, so you're not going to get it out right now, but maybe you can put in the chat one thing that comes to mind. What is really frustrating your target person right now as it relates to sort of your business or your product or your service, right? What is this core frustration, this really deep frustration that they have? I'll wait just a second, because then the second thing we're going to do, inconsistency. Yeah, so people could be frustrated. Like I work with a lot of people who are really frustrated with selling their stuff. They're really frustrated that, you know, they have this great product or service, but they don't know how to talk about it. They don't know how to get people to want to buy it. And that is really frustrating, right? Because you know you have this gold to give, but you can't get people to say yes to it. Breaking promises with yourself, that's great. These are good. So that's what's on the cloud, is the core frustration. And you're going to spend some time here really going deep with that. This isn't like a rapid fire thing. We're just doing it like that right now. A lot of answers to that. That's great. And a lot of times you get good answers for this. You might not get as good of answers for this, though you do get some. And you also, I do recommend taking it a step deeper. I think you have to do market research, and I think you also have to work your empathy muscle, because you might be able to come up with language that they don't even know how to use yet, but it's totally the thoughts that they're thinking. They just don't know how to put the words to the thoughts that they're thinking yet. So you have to do both sides of that. But you have to do the market research. That's amazing. I'm so happy to hear that you're doing that. Was that Sarah? Sorry, I'm kind of far away. I can't see too well, but I think that was you, Sarah. And so then we're going to go to the pot of gold. So just like on the cloud, I want you to look at your pot of gold, and I want you to ask yourself, what? Oh, hi. Okay, so the pot of gold is the same person. What is the result? What is the specific result that they want to see happen from working with you? It's not about you. It's not about the result you are trying to give them. Step away from yourself. Step away from what your expertise is. We're going to do that in a second. What are they saying they want? So this happens a lot with like women who work with other women on body image. Women talk about they want to lose weight. They want to feel like they're like a hot bod. That's what women say they want. I know it's annoying because that's not where happiness lies. I understand. I get it. But what I'm telling you is that's what your clients are probably saying that they want. So if you're talking about body confidence, you have to use language that is what they're saying they actually want. You have to show them that you understand what they want. The same thing if you're doing, you know, a lot of things with like business stuff. People want certain things in business, but that might not be necessarily what they need right now. We're going to get them what they need, but you have to show them that you understand what they really, really want. They really, really want. That's my Spice Girls. This is the Spice Girls pot of gold. And then the rainbow, the next thing we're going to do, we've got a couple of minutes. The rainbow is your offer. So the next thing that you've got to do is you've got to describe, how is my offer going to be a step-by-step process to get this person from their core frustration to their pot of gold. And maybe even more. Maybe there's more in the pot of gold than what they're saying. There's also other things that they don't realize they can have, but that's all in there too. But you also have to get the stuff that they're saying that they want. So that is the Rainbow Bridge. Do you guys have any questions on the Rainbow Bridge before I sign off? And then I can sign back on, so you can type your questions. I'll come back on to answer any of those, but I just wanted to get this little recording in so that we could share it with people later on as a little lesson for the Rainbow Bridge. And I'll show you again, I'll show you the really pretty one. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. So this is how you're going to communicate anything in your business. Yeah, that's kind of terrifying. Like the rainbow concept versus leaping gaps from mountain over abyss to other mountain. Yeah, well, thank you. I think this is it's just such a simple concept, but it's such a complicated thing, and it doesn't have to be icky and difficult. It can be fun, and it can be, what it really is you've created something people need, and you're just showing them that you get that they need it, and that it is what they need. That's what you're doing, is you're communicating it with them. So that's all it is. That's where all sales comes from. Yeah, I love simple visuals. I love metaphors. It's really, really the best way of teaching and the best way of breaking complex ideas into simple things. So if you have a complex thing that you're trying to teach to people, just break it down into something more and more simple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. I will come back on and we will chat a little bit more about the rainbow. I have a couple of other tips I want to share about this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Bye, everybody.